Assalamu alaikum, bading manding kola nakamwelalo. Good evening, dear listeners. The time is 8:42 in London City, and welcome to Amul Regal FM. Yes, we are waiting Mr. Dan Flex of UK Gambia to discuss the activities, the upcoming activities for the inauguration of the independence of the Republic of the Gambia under the new administration of Mr. Barrow. So stay tuned. Join us through Facebook. You can listen to us through Facebook and also on YouTube, Skype. Yeah, our Skype, look for Amul Ragal, and just give us a call. We can link you up to the radio. Momentarily, we're going to be joining Mr. Flex Dan of Gainako, hopefully in a moment. Then we'll be starting the discussion. Yes, as you all know, the government so-called, well, I'm not here to criticize anyone, but there are so many attacks coming from the diaspora towards the coalition as they are slow in their decision making and also having to share the same platform or the same arena with people who enabled Jammeh for 22 years, people who were Jammeh's right hand, people who were Jammeh's ears and eyes for the last 22 years, those people having to share the same platform with the current government. Some of us are not quite comfortable with that or quite happy with the coalition. However, the coalition deserves all right to do the things their way, but also independent reporters or independent bodies also would have their opinions. However, I think it's all part of the beauty of democracy and part of the beauty of rule of law and freedom of speech, because for the last 22 years, all these reporters, everybody, all the critics, I'm sure the last 22 years they never had the chance to kind of be so instrumental and active in the making or in the implementation of freedom of speech as one is living it right now under this new administration. So therefore, weigh the coalition and big up the coalition. I think they're showing the world that this is what democracy is all about and this is what rule of law is all about. Having to go to the Mile 2 and visit the Mile 2 prison, the state of the Mile 2. I blame all those people who work under that government in that prison. I blame all of them. They've witnessed it. No one ever come forward. Even those people who have even passed through the Mile 2, who are from other political parties, those people currently in the government or those people who flee the country under Jammeh should have come forward and complained. But people have complained about the state of the prison for a long time. Nothing has been done. There was no action taken. So therefore, I think everyone was waiting to see such chaotic or such this state of the Mile 2 prisons. In saying so too, Dr. Aissatou Njie Sedi, I'm not sure if she's a doctor anyway. Aissatou Njie Sedi was sharing the platform, the podium, the platform I would call it, with the new government, the new cabinet minister. So it looks all pretty, and I think that's what democracy is all about. Some are saying that the coalition should not have shared or should not have nothing to do with the people from the APRC government or those people who served closely to Jammeh. In saying so, if they are Gambians and they are believed to have committed crimes against the Gambian people under Jammeh's rule and the APRC, under the APRC, I think these people, as now the CJ has been sworn in, the Chief Justice also has been sworn in, so is the Attorney General and the Chief Justice, the Minister of Justice. So therefore, as long as we have those two people in place, We didn't have that. No one had that. They were all allegations. Anything that, I'm sure, Solo Sandeng's death was not an allegation. Solo Sandeng died under custody. He got tortured and got killed. Many cases, but we cannot, the government, the current government and the CIS or the government cannot just go around rampantly arresting people simply because they used to work for the government. This government is very peaceful and this government is democratic, and I believe as long as these people have started giving those important paramount posts, i.e. the Chief Justice and the Attorney General, those posts are now filled. They're not vacant anymore. So therefore, there's more chances that cases or allegations made against individuals would be fully investigated and thoroughly investigated under the help of, I'm sure, of international observers and human rights watch groups. I'm sure there will be justice. One cannot expect this new government to just wake up one morning and go and arrest people, or not allowing people like Aissatou Sedi, because it's just to show to people like Aissatou Sedi how lenient democracy is and how just, how fair, how simple the rule of law can be. If you have enabled, you have helped and participated in the disappearances, in the killings, in the murders, in the rapes of your brothers and sisters for the last 22 years under Jammeh, with Jammeh being his right hand woman, you turn a blind eye on all these crimes. Today, you see this government is teaching you lessons, and your day will come. Aissatou Sedi and many more people's day will come. Those people who have killed, for them now, public prosecutions as well, public petitions, i.e. people having to ask questions around the death of the 14 students, of the 14 protesters. When Aissatou Sedi said they were not abiding the rules, they were not abiding by the rules of the country, or they broken the law. And many more affirmations to enable Jammeh, to help Jammeh get away with murder, to get away with enslaving, detaining Gambia, post or the things we write out there. Let's be very careful with our pencils. Let's be very careful with our alterations. Let's be very careful with what we say, especially on air. I'm talking about media, online radios, media houses. Let's be very careful. Let us be careful, because if you have an audience, people listen to you, people follow you, people believe you. You must be telling them bull crap. They'll still listen to you. So let's be very mindful. Let's be very careful in what we say. And with this new government, I'm sure so many people have this feeling of the government being invaded by the Mandinkos or by the UDP. I don't think it's true. There are Fullers. There are now the numbers in Mandinkos and UDP can be maybe higher, but give them a chance. Give them a chance. Give them their first 100 days. This coalition has come a long way. They have come a long way. They have come a long way with so many tribulations and trials until today. But the coalition also need to be very vigilant and very careful of the things that they were reproaching Jammeh for, the things that they were petitioning against Jammeh, the things that everybody hated Jammeh for. So there should not be a carbon copy or a replica of Jammeh. Please. And the people in the diaspora, we need to be very careful. Let's not use our voices to divide our people. Let's not use our means to divide our people, to create a civil war or to create a tribal unrest in the Gambia. It's unnecessary. We are nearly there. This new government is not going to be stupid to go the same ways as Jammeh. I'm sure of that. Please, 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 let's just be very careful in what we say. That's my concern, because I was listening to some online radio and a girl came up and say they are sitting and watching, they're going to take their country back one day. And she also said the parliament and the government is full of Mandingos, and was also criticizing Barrow for no reason, basically, except hatred, because she hated the Mandingos the way she was talking. And I don't think it's necessary. If one has to be honest, I'm a Mandingo, and I'm going to be very honest here. What the Mandingos have gone through, and I would say at the same time, what the whole Gambia had gone through under Jammeh, no one is stranger to that. Everybody knows. Jammeh stood up and insulted the Mandingos, tax and collects tax every year. That's what the Manding Empire used to do. So what Jammeh was meant to say was the Manding Empire sent some Mandingos to West Africa, and that's how the Mandingos ended up in the Gambia. That's what he was meant to say, but he couldn't articulate it clearly. So the hatred that Jammeh had for the Mandingo, and also the Mandingo, the amount of Mandingo lives that were lost, is higher than any other tribe. I'm very sorry to be saying that. Maybe I'm lying. If I'm lying, correct me. If I lie, I apologize. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I think the highest percentage of those people who lost their life and those people who have been threatened, their livelihood, their life been threatened, their future, their everything has been threatened, were the Mandingos. Prove me wrong. Were the Mandingos. Because Jammeh has told every single tribe in the Gambia that the Mandingos belittle looked down on every single tribe. That's why the Mandingos call Suruandingo, Jolandingo, Fulandingo, Suruandingo, Sererindingo. Jammeh tried to embed that in the minds of the Gambians, in the minds of the people, that the only tribe you all need to hate is the Mandingos. And the Mandingos survived that. They survived all that. He also stood up and said, in 1 billion years, a Mandingo president, a Mandingo leader will not lead the Gambia. God proved him wrong. It's not the Mandingos who proved him wrong. But you cannot stand up and call a whole tribe names. You cannot stand up and call a whole tribe this. You're going to exterminate them. You're going to finish them. While the whole Gambia, the other tribes sitting down, including the Mandingos, supporting Jammeh, saying all those kind of nonsense. Now those tribes or those kind of Mandingos will turn around and say the government or the cabinet is full of Mandingos. Yes, it's full of Mandingos because the Mandingos suffered more than any other tribe. Don't make me talk tribalistic or tribal. I'm not tribal. My wife is Wolof. My household is 50-50. We speak Mandinka, we speak Wolof, we speak English. I don't give a shit whether you are a Mandingo or a Wolof. Well, there are some Wolof, and I'm sure these people are Wolof, because the girl said she's from Banjul. Dinañ jël sen dëkk bi bla bla ñoom ñu ngi seetaan fii Mandingo yi soo say dafa mel ni bu Jawara mooy ñëwaat nii. If anything goes wrong, make petitions.